Hey folks, my name is Pravus and welcome to more After Ink Revival with our Mega Brutal Guide series. Let's go to Whispering Leaves. Anarchy reigns in this bunker, and trust between survivors has vanished. Unless they can make peace outside, they are all doomed. Well, I hate to say it, but you're going to be doomed for a lot of reasons with this scenario because this one is rough. I mean, on paper it doesn't seem that bad, but in reality, you have a very limited time window to accomplish a lot of early game objectives, and if you have any setbacks or you delay at all, you're going to probably lose. So you have to be aggressive in this scenario, and it's really hard to figure out. It took me several attempts. Let's see if we can recreate it today. A lot of it's going to come down to what leaders and traits we have. Okay. Well, not the Cub Scout. We just did this Arctic Explorer recently. I might be able to make him work here, but I don't think I can afford to wait for winter. I think I have to play with a survivor, which means I've got nothing going for me. Okay, good. Traits. Building discount of 3. 2 stamina here. 2 explore and 3 stamina. Seems to me like well supplied is going to be the way to go, and we'll play on Mega Brutal. All right, so let me show you why this map is going to be rough. So there's a lot of resources around us, like a lot, and that sounds great. Here's the problem. We have to take some forests. We have to take 3 of them very early on, and we're gonna have to fight infestations to do it. That's not bad if you had some gosh dang time to do it. We're gonna have to make do with some pretty bad fighters and just rush everything. And if we fail at any point, it's just over. Let me show you the objectives and maybe you'll catch on what I mean here. So first we have to reach population 3. Okay, not a big deal. Then we have to claim 3 wooded areas. So there's 1 immediately next to us, there's a couple across the river next to infestations and other zombies, and then there's 1 with an infestation already on it to our west. Then we have to cleanse 3 infestations. So if we're already going to be fighting some infestations, we might as well take the forest to our west and then fight over the forests down to our south. That's great, but then getting to the 3rd infestation is the hard part, and there's a lot of zombies in the way. And all of this has to be done within like less than 600 days. It's really fast. After that, then you have to reach technology 3. And notice, tech 3 after all of this, clearly they're expecting you to do everything with only tech 2. So, yeah, that's hard. After that, though, that's when things start to calm down a little bit. Then you can reach population 6, produce 5 medicine, then kill all zombies, which you've kind of mostly done already, then finally maintain 80% morale, which hopefully is going to be easy. So it's really all about getting to that 3rd infestation. If you can find a way to do it, you'll be fine. Let's see if we can have some luck here today. So let's go ahead and settle. First thing I'll do is explore down over here. Then I'm going to explore up over here as well, so we can find this area, because there's going to be some food nearby, and I'm not looking to cross the river right now. This should be relatively safe for me. We're going to go to our resources. We're going to go ahead and do a quick scavenge. I actually don't need the food right now, so I'm going to ignore that at the moment, but we'll come back to it in a minute. Get ourselves some water, get ourselves some basic toilets, get ourselves a couple of tents, and I'm going to go ahead and immediately rush for Tech 2. Since I have the extra stamina to spare, and I have the extra food, I might as well. And in this case, I could actually also go directly for a fighter. I'm not going to. We're going to claim this first, and then we'll worry about getting basic things like our lumber yards and stuff. But because I got a decent number of early game stamina, we can afford to just kind of change up the build order a little bit. But I do think you have to go for Tech 2 really early on. You're not going to be able to spend very much time just claiming territory and trying to roll in a bunch of resources. It's not going to work. You have to grab the forest here, food here, food here. And that's it. That's all you can work with. So you need Tech 2. Plus, if you have Tech 1 fighters, you are not going to beat the zombies. This is just how it's going to be. I don't mind claiming this now so we can start working on some level of food production. Let's get the sheep farm. I'm doing that partially because I just want something to help sustain through the winter because I don't have time for much else. Let's go ahead and grab the makeshift kitchen. I actually should have grabbed the fire pit before I got Tech 2. I did not. I got distracted, so oh well. We'll pick it up now, though, to get that extra morale. I know I'm running low on water. We're going to have to take that in just a moment. I just need to get a little bit more of my stamina. I was kind of hoping for 2 stamina so I can get the medium well. This is where having the extra technology can actually kind of work against you because everything's a little bit more expensive. So if you didn't have enough population and stamina generation to keep up with this, you're going to find that it actually starts to kind of hurt a little bit. I don't mind getting probably some storage for some firewood, but I really can't afford to wait on that. I have to get things like fighters, and I have to start exploring for some more territory. So let's just go ahead and start exploring over here. We'll pick that up. We're about to get our next population over here, so we'll do that. We've already got some services, so I think I can ignore that as it currently stands. I do need to claim this region for the extra food generation. Let's get that grain field, claim this. We just saw our impatience, I think, starting to tick in. So this is where we now need to grab the wooded areas. And as a reminder, this is a wooded area, and this is one we're going for. There's one right here, next to an infestation, and there's one right here. And this one may seem safe, but there's actually swarms of zombies that are not infestations in all the adjacent provinces, so it's actually quite risky to take this. I don't actually advise it. Let's go ahead and grab the fighter, since we know that's going to take a little time to train. If I can place them in a spot that either draws zombies out where I can defend, that would be optimal, or we can maybe get a discount on some exploration, but I'm not going to count on that. As far as food, we really do need a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and grab one more sheep farm, and we'll start exploring over here next if we can. Looks like my morale is starting to suffer a little bit. I have to get a second fighter is the thing. I really have to have another fighter. So we need to get up to the next level of stam, and we can't afford to wait on this. So let's go ahead and pick you up. Again, I'm not going to go for technology. I want it, but I can't afford it. New garden available. Anything that gets me more stamina would be really good. The food, I don't actually need. Morale's nice and all, but I can't afford to wait on the stamina. We're going to go for the playground, and we'll just see what we get. Fuel production. Okay. I mean, that could be worse. That could be a lot worse. Service consumption. The stamina is really tempting, because this might actually help me move faster. The alternative is lose some authority, reduce the services so I don't need to build as many, and that could also save me some stamina eventually. But I think I need the 4 stamina. This is risky because it means morale is going to be a little bit harder to pull off, but I think we kind of have to do that. Let's go ahead and get some storage, another firewood splitter. We're waiting for that next fighter to train. So I'm going to go ahead and start exploring down over in this direction just to kind of get ourselves in position. We could taunt these zombies out, and I'm going to, just to make it a little easier for me to get in there later. We'll use the defense of our city in order to make that easier. You can, by the way, get attacked by some zombies from the east. Do be aware that that is a thing. So be cautious about that. I'm not trying to go for more pops, by the way, because I simply cannot afford to provide for them. So we're going to ignore some of that. Now, you could consider going for Tech 3 anyway. Oh, well, what do you know? Zombies from the east. We could try to do that. That's going to be a little bit rough, though. So my big issue here is right now we are still too weak, and that's because there are zombies over here. And now I can't afford to actually do anything, so we have to pull back. Defend here. I may have already just lost because I can't actually defend this as well as deal with all of this. I'm going to go for the next level of tech. This is really risky because we just spent all of our food right before winter, but I think we have to. We'll do some scavenging and pray that that can get me some survivability here. Now we move back in here. This place should be clear now. I'm doing this because I know there are some zombies in this area, and I want to have a chance at possibly spotting them so we don't, there we go, get surprise attacked. That's what just happened, but all right, get the food going. Okay, so they're not actually moving against me right now, which is good. Found a ruined fuel station for a little extra authority. That's great. As soon as we start this cleanse, these guys will probably come and attack us. We could try to taunt them in here, and this is the safer way to go, so I'm going to. We've got our next level of tech. So my fighters are a little stronger. I'm drawing these guys in because if I cleanse here, we're fighting the zombies plus these reinforcements, and there's a good chance I lose, especially if I don't have Tech 3. This will take a smidge longer, but it's a little easier to clear this out, and it means that it's going to be a lot safer to do the cleanse, and we can do it quickly. So the cleanse doesn't take forever, therefore it ends up being a slightly faster solution. We have to start exploring in these different areas. I need to claim this region. Let's go ahead and pull back and start healing a little bit while we can. Sending a lot of fuel is bad because I don't have a lot of fuel to spare, so we're going to go ahead and scavenge again. I think I've got enough food production thanks to the sheep, so I'm not worried about that yet. But we do need to explore pretty aggressively. I'm going to explore down here. And we're going to just claim this as quick as we can. We're seeing the impatience starting to come into play. You're going to lose some points due to impatience on this. I don't see a way around it, I'm sad to say. So what you can do now is intentionally save up enough stamina to click, and grab this before the zombies can stop you, and I do actually recommend that. So we're going to have to try. I also have to work myself toward my third infestation. So we cleared one. We got one down here. The next one that's closest is down over here. So I probably also want to be ready to start exploring in these directions. All of our stamina is basically going to go just to trying to clear out the zombies. But I'm intentionally going to wait on claiming this last region here until I have 6 stamina. Why? Because if I claim this and move here here and the zombies attack, I'll be blocked from grabbing this and the impatience will kill me. So we're really on the clock right now. Like we really, really are. I am aware, but we have to do it in this order or we're going to struggle. Oh, come on. You could have given me 6 stamina right there. You could have done it and they chose not to. How dare you? Okay, now we've got it. Claim. Claim. The zombies are enraged. They are immediately heading toward us. That's no good. But okay, let's see where they're going to go. I'd like them to go here because right now there's a good chance some adjacent zombies come to attack me. But we'll see what happens. Nope, that's not where they went. All right, so hopefully we clear these guys out fast. I need to explore down in this direction. These guys are now cleared out. We can safely move down here and do a quick cleanse. As long as we don't get attacked from the shadows here, we're going to be okay. See, these are the guys I'm talking about. Right here. They could be a problem for us. In fact, I need to taunt them, because if I attack them, this infestation may attack a little early, which could be okay, but I'm not sure I'm strong enough to deal with them. Armored could be good for me. Berserkers could be good for me. Foragers. I'm going to take Berserkers, because we're probably going to take damage, so just being stronger is good. Explore down here. The impatience is about to kick in again, by the way. This is where I'm saying, like, you really don't have time. You really have none. I can afford to throw away some food, so I'm going to. Let's just go ahead and clear this guy out. All right, so that's dealt with. Do a quick cleanse before anything else comes after me. This gets dealt with. Good. Now we move down. So we've discovered this. The more I can explore around it, the stronger my combat is going to be later. So I'm going to... I could also claim this region and just try to make that a little bit stronger, but I really wish we had gotten an event where I got like an exploration discount. That would have been very, very helpful right there. We did not, obviously. I'm going to go ahead and move my fighter down here. If we can taunt these guys out of here, that'd be great. I know the impatience is starting to kick in, but I think it's going to be worth it. I see some zombies right along here. We're going to explore that as well. Helmets, fighter strength, that was cool. You do get a random pickup from this zone. It takes a little while to show up, but you do get one. Sometimes it's fighter strength, sometimes it's like stamina efficiency, sometimes it's a bunch of things. Hold on, before I make a move, let's go deal with this surprise attack that just hit me from the infestations over in the east. I do want to taunt this guy out of here. They've already got so many zombies. Ah, it's terrible, it's terrible, it's terrible. Craft some scythes, get the extra food production. Because our population's not growing, come on, we're really struggling to fight this. Because our population's not growing, we're actually in pretty good shape from like a resource perspective. If I just had more storage, it would be a lot easier. Anyway, let's go ahead and pull back over here. I'm going to claim this region. That did enrage these zombies. That's fine. That's basically a free taunt, so that gets rid of them. Let's do some help over here. Losing some stamina. I see it happening. Let's go ahead and get some storage for a couple of different things, just so we can be prepared a little bit better for winter. I know we need to do a cleanse down here, but it doesn't take much to do a cleanse. That's not an issue. Let's do a taunt here in 3, 2, 1, go. Bring them over here. I know, I'm watching that authority go down, but look at this. I mean, we're struggling to fight back only 20 strength. Imagine if we were fighting 40 over here. We'd lose. There'd be no way to win. We got a free housing. That's not actually helpful to me right now, but okay, fine. Down to 18. We're going to start hitting critical ground pretty soon. Pretty soon. Cleanse. Come on. Authority low. And we have resistance. Okay, hang on. Got it. Okay. Pull back. We'll deal with this in a second. Pop the thing. Okay, stop the bleeding. All right, now I've got a lot of stamina. I have tunnel visioned like crazy here, but I've kind of had to. If I'm completely honest, I've kind of had to. We could go for another sheep farm. It's expensive, but it would actually help me sustain through the winter a little bit better than getting anything else right now. Let's go for a couple more charcoal pits. We can get lots of wood now. Like, that's not the issue. We've got forests galore. We're doing fine on that front. Let's use the fighter. He lost some health. Chance of unrest goes up, but he didn't die, so good enough. Let's get a couple more lumber yards going. And now I just need to start focusing on getting things like some morale back up and running. So keep this up, because our population's going to start going up a lot. Since we did, by the way, have Tech 3, we skipped a step. Normally that's what you would do after you get the infestations. You can do it with level 2 fighters. You can. It's just really, really hard, and I don't like it, especially if you have time to get the tech. Like, just get the dang tech. Where's all my lumber? Oh, gosh, we have another round of unrest. Let's swap out the fighters here. Chance of unrest going up kind of sucks. I have to ignore this. 13% chance, acceptable. Use the fighter. Escalated to a riot. He almost died. Oh my god, these guys are really trying to mess with me. They're trying to mess with me so bad here. So yeah, my production of food is actually fine. I've got no issues. Did I not get a free house? Because it's acting like I still don't... No, I'm still building the next one. We really just are out of wood. We're completely out of wood. Do I want to do some scavenging there? I don't know about that. Let's scavenge some fuel. Let's go for another couple of charcoal pits. We are going to need lots of wood production, because I'm going to start producing a ton of fuel from here on out. Like, that's not the issue. Let's get ourselves some additional services. Still struggling to get enough lumber to do that. We could... I think I have to do a scavenge of wood. The fact that we don't have that means I'm actually not making any fuel either. Oh, boy. Hold up. Pull up. Swap. I didn't want this fighter to risk dying, especially if we get a surprise attack. Here come a whole bunch more. Oh, my God. The game's really unhappy that I actually managed to survive up to this point, so they're trying to deal with me. I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate it at all. What else do we want to do? Let's go ahead and start prepping some food production with some orchards and some vegetables. I think we've got enough to survive through winter. Like, that's obviously not an issue. But as the population goes, it's only going to get worse. We can afford to send a lot of fuel here. Again, the population's not high yet, so it's not going to cost me too much. Let's go ahead and plan out, let's say, a small tavern. That'll boost up my food consumption, I'm aware, but... Okay, I'm not popping this quite yet because I know that my morale will immediately tank, and I'm waiting to get some stuff close to built. Now we can afford to do it, and I should be able to avoid going into the red. If at any point you go into the red, like, you can't afford to lose kind of anything. Like, it really is going to mess you up. Let's get ourselves another well as well here. I mean, well as well. Yeah, I know what I just said. Well as well to make sure we have enough water to survive. Looking okay. Giraffes were spotted. Okay, reasons, I don't know. Fruit production, sure, why not? We'll just take a little bit of extra food here. That's looking solid. All right, so resource-wise, we'll be fine here in just a moment. I'm going to make sure we have some more storage set up for things like food. Winter should not be an issue from here on out. I just need to make sure we have enough housing. So we'll build one more shack, and that way we can get our 6 population. Impatience hasn't clicked in yet. It will soon. We will probably not make it before that, but I want to make sure that we are going to be ready. The next thing we'll have to do is start getting some medicine. That's not really an issue for me because we can just do 1 or 2 scavenges. I don't actually have to claim this region. So what you really want to do now is start exploring in the directions of the zombies. All right, so that's what I'm going to spend more of my stamina toward right now, is just exploring in these directions, because this is where we're going to have issues. Good God, can you guys please stop rioting? I cannot afford this right now. This is all terrible, terrible timing. Don't do it. Don't do it. Anyway, all right, so we're exploring all this. I know there's a lot of zombies over here. I don't think there are any more in these 2 regions or this one up here. So these 3 we can ignore. It's these 2 infestations, this one right here, and there might be, yeah, this right here in this corner. These guys all have zombies. We need to be ready to deal with all of that. So we can save up some of our stamina to start kind of like claiming regions further forward, and that would be okay. The big issue is I just want my guys to heal. Now, this is where having some medicine produced actually would be useful anyway, but whatever. I'm going to actually save up for the next round of tech because by the time we do get to population 6, we're probably going to need it. So let's just go ahead and start researching that now. Here comes some more zombies. What's weird is this is not an infestation, but I swear they spawn as if they are. Very frustrating. Anyway, okay, we actually did not have impatience kick in. That's great. We do not have the ability to forge medicine until we get the next level of tech. I knew there was a reason I wanted tech 4. That's the reason we need tech 4. Got it. All right, see, I knew I was smart. I knew I was smart. My instincts were right on the money. All right, so we get a little bit of extra authority now because we are a town. That's as much population as I want. There's no advantage to going any higher than that. Losing 3 stamina sucks. Okay, and losing even more of our morale sucks. Let's go for more improved housing and a makeshift carpenter. Okay, corpses. We will do burials, I guess. That's probably okay. We lost this region. Oh, right. That's why we're having problems. Thanks, guys. Thanks for that. That's so very helpful. My God. Scavenge some medicine, and we can start moving towards zombies. So I'm going to start moving more aggressively in this direction. Start dealing with them, because that's all that matters now, is just clearing out the zombies. I think 1 more scavenge is enough. That's why I don't bother even claiming this. We've got what we need. Boom, got it. Kill the zombies and we win. So the question is it better to claim these regions and go over here? Or would it be better to come in from this direction and try to draw them out? I think over here might be a little bit better. Okay, let's double check. We do not have enough water. Let's fix that. Let's go ahead and do the last round of exploration, and let's start moving my troops down in this direction. I'll claim the territory in just a little bit. We've got some time just to make sure that we have enough resources to ultimately survive the winter, which I'll be honest is pushing it. We can go for some more storage, and that would help. We could also reclaim this region for 6 stamina. Frick that, I'm not bothering. I'm not bothering. I don't think I need the extra fuel. We'll be fine, probably. Claim this. Move forward. Move forward. So the real question is how best to draw their attention. I think the best approach is from down here, because then you can draw only 1 infestation, not a whole bunch of come on, other stuff. So these guys are coming after me whether I like it or not, apparently. Okay, well, I'm not going to wait for them. Let's just go ahead and taunt this. We'll deal with it. Then we'll come deal with the city. They've got a little bit of time. It should be fine. Settlers want a holiday. I actually do want morale, because that's going to make it a little bit easier going forward. Let's bury some dead bodies, since that is going to be a thing. We'll go for another town square. I don't really care that much. Deal with this really quick, and then we'll go defend, which shouldn't take too long. This is still 30 strength. Like, these guys are pretty strong, these zombies here. You really can't afford to wait on this for too long. That's dealt with. We'll retreat, head back. I have to ignore this 86% chance of losing an area. Oh my god. The lack of wood has actually come back to bite me in a big way. Was not expecting it to be that bad. I really wasn't. Anyway, we'll deal with this. We're not going to lose to this event. It was just a little bit of annoyance because it's going to slow things down. I do want to claim this if we can, so let's just go ahead and pick that back up. Of course, why not? More unrest? Sure, that's fine. Why the heck not? Why wouldn't I have to deal with that? Oh my god. All right, if I move in here, we're going to have to fight way too much. So this is the real trick now, is just figuring out how to approach this in a way that makes sense. Of course they're going to spawn more. Why wouldn't they spawn more? Oh my gosh. All right. If I can get another fighter, that'd be great. To do that, I need to get another pop. I can go ahead and start working toward that. We have to bury more bodies, get more things. Oh my gosh. This scenario is actually trying to kill me right now. I'm not even kidding. It is actually trying to kill me. Let's go for some scavenge. I have a little time. The impatience isn't going to be what gets me here. It's just really annoying. All right, so yeah, claiming these regions is suddenly starting to look a little bit more attractive, especially since I have so little fuel and stuff left to work with. Let's do another scavenge like that. Over here, community, the nursery building, sure, the morale and the authority is nice. I have to build a nursery, otherwise I'm going to start losing all my morale, but we can go ahead and just queue that up right about now. So lots of zombies spawning. They just keep going, more and more and more over here. Holy crud, why not? It's not fair, man. It's not fair. I'm telling you right now, it's not fair. So I wanted to taunt these guys out of here because I don't want to fight these when I go and cleanse this. That's why I was moving here in the first place, was just to draw them out. 37%. Oh my god! You insufferable! Okay, we are actually in danger now because I'm going to lose all of this stuff that I just picked up because this just got cleared. Okay, so now we have to aggressively pick these and try to get this all reconnected somehow. Don't spawn more, for God's sake. All right, yeah, we may lose this carrot field right here. I'm trying really hard. There it goes, it's gone, all right. No, it's fine, it's gone, it's gone, it's gone. It's gone forever, just move up here and go. Screw it, at this point, I'm just gonna go. We could get ourselves another fighter. That was the whole reason of getting myself some extra people, but whatever. Bury some bodies. Oh, look how many are coming out now. Back off. We just drew all the zombies over in this direction, and we have more unrest. This is way worse than the last several times I've attempted this scenario. Way worse. I don't understand why it has to be this way. We have just enough strength to deal with this. I have to distract them with food. That's fine. Thank God for once something worked. Oh my God. All right, move forward. Claim this region. We're gonna win this. I swear we are, but I'm very close to losing. So we have to get medicine. People are demanding it at this point. I don't really have any choice in the matter, but at least we have a way of getting some medicine if I can just get myself, let's say, an herb garden and stuff like that. So we're getting ourselves the building we need. This is going to spawn more simply by virtue of the fact that we made noise over here, but good news is they split in a couple of different directions. Once we do this cleanse, it's going to spawn even more. So this is where having the extra fighter would have been nice, but again, they split themselves, so we'll be able to do this. There we go. Now we move over here. You sufferable little... Okay. This is the worst video I think I've ever made for this particular series. It is the worst that I have made. The thing is, if I use the fighter... There's a chance the fighter dies right now. That's the thing that scares me. If the fighter dies right now... I'm going to train another fighter. Oh my god, if you take too much damage and you die. 29% health. Oh my god, he barely survived. I lost 8 authority out of that too. God, you stupid. Okay. It's not usually this bad. I said the scenario's bad. It's not usually this bad. Please get these reinforcements in here and deal with this. Please do the cleanse. And now we just spend everything I've got getting as much morale as possible. We need to get up above 80%. I'm risking things with, like, you know, not enough water and stuff, but we'll be all right. Authority jumps back up somehow to 43. I don't know why we're even doing that well. We're doing fine on morale. We should be able to maintain 80%. This is it. Like, we win. But that took some gosh dang work. I expect a truly atrocious score on this scenario. 4 stars is even better than I thought, but it's not as good as I've done in the past. So that was rough. The unrest really hurt. We overall expanded to fight the infestations fine, but everything else you just saw there, I pray you do not experience yourself. I'm just glad we did not quit, because ultimately we did pull it off. Yeah, I don't like that scenario. I don't like that one at all. You have to move really fast. You have to be stupid aggressive. And the next 2 scenarios aren't going to be a picnic as well, but we'll deal with that another day. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.